Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another Mat Pilates workout. Today's class, titled Full Body Rinse, is just a really beautiful class opening up the body, really focusing on some extension. You'll notice some favorites, from some other classes that we have here on this YouTube channel. So a lot of rotation, a lot of just opening up through the thoracic spine, the mid-back, as well as doing some like front hip opening and extension through the spine, getting some nice mobility through the hip joint, as well as just kind of mobilizing and getting some breath throughout the body. So I hope you feel as great as I did after this workout, and I thank you for joining me again here. We're going to use a foam roller to start, but we're not going to have the foam roller throughout the entire class, so just know that, but we are going to start with it. So full length foam roller, you can go ahead and grab that. We're going to start standing facing the side. We have our feet just a nice hip width apart. And I want you just to take a moment and just kind of be present within your body. Again, with a lot of mobility and rotation and stretching, it's easy to just kind of like go through the moves. And I want you to just take a minute and just kind of come into where you are. Feel your feet rooted down onto the ground. Feel that you're pressing down and almost supported right through the center of the foot and the center of the ankle. And we have the hips stacked up right on top of the ankle. We feel the pelvis, the ribs, your sternum, your neck, and then your head all balanced right on top. Feeling nice and supported. And then from here, keeping that same weight shift through the center of the foot, we're just going to start to send the hips back, pushing the foam roller forward. Not thinking of sinking down, but really feeling that oppositional stretch. So feeling the glutes send back, allow the scapula to elevate, the arms stretch forward. And then we're tucking the tail, and then just taking our time rolling the spine all the way back up to that nice neutral position again. And again, the weight is staying centered in the feet. I'm not really shifting forward or back. I'm just sending my hips back. I'm not dumping down towards the floor. I'm reaching out, feeling the sense of length and this beautiful stretch through my glutes and through my hamstrings and the side body. And then again, tuck the tail, peel up, and if you notice, again, I'm stacking up so my hip is again in line with the ankle, and the rest of my spine rebuilds right on top. 2 more. Sending the hips back, reaching forward, feeling that gentle, again, elevation through the scapula, and then tucking that tail, rolling the spine all the way back up to that vertical. Last time like this. Hips going back, stretching forward, and then tucking that tail. Coming up, now moving into that standing cat. So now we're going to start from the head. We keep the hips open as you nod the chin. Round the spine forward. Pushing the foam roller out. When you can't round anymore, start to unravel from the pelvis. And that low back, that mid back, that upper back. Again, I'm not sinking down, but I'm really thinking of reaching out. And then I'm coming back up, just like last time, by tucking that tail. I'm still rooted down through my feet, and I rebuild back up. We're just doing 2 more like that, nodding the chin. Start to flex, pressing forward. Then unravel pelvis, low, mid, upper, we are pressing out. That's it, and then tucking the tail, rolling the spine all the way, you got it, back up. 1 more time, nodding that chin, rounding down. Flexing here. Unraveling, tail all the way through. And then holding right here. From here, now just the scapula. We almost protract, and then we glide back gently retract. Keeping the spine nice and long, just moving through that shoulder joint. And retract, 2 more. Protract, keeping that length through the glutes, but feeling supported, gentle drawing up through that pelvic floor. And retract, and then stopping neutral and center. Right hand comes off, it's right to the side of the foam roller. As I protract now through the left, I rotate the rib cage to the right, opening that right arm up. Now I'm going to feel the shoulders, my ribs, and then allow the pelvis to go with you a little bit, feeling that full rotation, and then return back center. It should feel natural and nice. We start with the shoulders, feel the ribs, let the pelvis go, and then returning back. 2 more. Nice. Waking up the spine, opening up through the chest, and coming back. 1 more time, push open, and then we're going to repeat this on the other side, so that right hand comes on, left hand off. Protract, open, again, feel the shoulders, ribs, pelvis, and then center. Protract, open, and back. 2 more. 2. Return, good, last one. 1. And back, both hands on. Tucking that tail, rolling all the way up. And then we're going to turn so we're facing the front. We're going to have that foam roller to that left side. We have the left foot crossed over the right, and we have the ball of the foot. Okay, then we're going to have that foam roller. Think just slightly forward of the hip, and you're going to have your left hand on. We're going to be moving into a side stretch now. So we're lifting that right arm overhead as we start to push the foam roller away from you, and you're going to sit into that right hip, feeling this nice side body all the way through. And then we're going to rotate here. Again, keep sitting back, bringing that right hand to the left, keep pressing out. Now stay here, take a nice full breath into that side body. And then start to open and feel yourself opening from the hips now, the ribs, the chest, and then return all the way back up. Again, I know it's intense, so you lift. Start to press out, sink, reaching over, and then rotate. Both hands coming to the foam roller, pressing out, stretching through the back. Take a big breath in, and then open back to the side, but feel yourself unravel, hips, ribs, chest. Good, returning back up 1 more time. We lift, press out, and you can take your time. You don't have to move at my pace. You can do this slower if you would like, or a little quicker if you need. Pressing out, stretch. Opening back up through the body. That's it. And returning back up. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So now crossing right foot in front of left. We have the foam roller over to that right side. And that left arm now is lifting up. We're sitting over into that left side, pressing the foam roller out. We're going to rotate here. Both hands come down. Push out. Take a moment to really direct that breath into that left side. We're coming back through to the side, and we're opening through the hips and unraveling through the body and returning back up again. Lift. Start to sit over, pushing out. That's it. And then rotate. Both hands come on. Press. We're opening back through to the side and returning all the way up 1 more time. Again, lift, press out, stretch. Hopefully it's feeling a little more accessible as we go through. Come down, press out. Feeling that nice rotation. And then opening back to the side. and returning all the way up. Awesome, we're gonna find our way now down to the mat, still using your foam roller. We're gonna have the foam roller horizontal, then we're gonna come down. We're gonna have the shoulder blades almost just below. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Then we're gonna have the hands behind the head. And we're actually gonna pull the elbows in, like we're hiding the face, feeling like this protraction through the shoulder. And I want you to watch, I did it myself here. When I pulled in, I almost started like curl and grip here through my pelvic floor and lengthen my lower back. Or started to flatten my lower back. I want you to feel that your pelvis comes down so it's nice and neutral. And you're almost just like relaxed through the glutes, relaxed through the pelvis. And then pull those elbows in and just feel this nice sense of flexion through the thoracic spine. Now from here, keeping the elbows in as you inhale, releasing back. Opening up through the ribs, feeling that nice extension through the spine, and then exhale, fold and flex. And as you come up, feel this almost widening sensation of the ribs, not this curl and crunch, this shortening. Feel this widening and the pelvis is maintaining neutral. And again, releasing back, elbow staying in to start. And then flex, returning up. We have two more like this, releasing back. It's getting nice movement through the rib cage and thoracic spine while maintaining just that neutral and natural curve through the lumbar. One more time, releasing back. And then exhale, returning up. Now we're going to bring the elbows wide and we're going to release back, so now we're on a long line. So now coming into that lateral movement, we're just side bending to the right. Now watch that you don't rotate and lift that left shoulder off. Keep the left shoulder down. It's just now creating space between that left rib cage and left pelvis. My pelvis is still neutral, and I'm just moving to the side. And then like you're smushing a bug right in between your shoulder blades. We move over now to the left. Yep, keeping pressure down on that foam roller. And again, we're gonna move over to the right. And again, passing through that center, over to the left. And now we're coming over to the right, but then we're going to take that left elbow, we're going to start to extend it, reaching that left arm, and following that side body shape, reaching it overhead. And then coming back through center, start to extend that right elbow, reaching over. And again, coming back through, extend left, reach. And coming through, extend right. Nice. We're coming back center now, elbows are wide. And then from here, we're pressing down into the feet. We connect through the glutes, we just lift the hips. Up, reaching those knees long. And then we fold and lower down. As you fold and lower, you feel the chest just open a little bit more. And again, press down, reach through the knees, and then fold and come right back. Two more like this. Press down through the feet, reach the knees, keep lengthening through the crown of the head. Fold and lower. This time we're going to stay up. We're pressing down, reaching through the knees, lift. Now holding it here. Now as you push back, we're going to pull those elbows in and we start to flex through the thoracic spine. I want you to stay on like the upper quadrant of the spine, so don't go too low. Go to about the mid-back or just below the ribs. And then as you pull forward, we open the elbows and we extend, coming to about just above the shoulder blades. And again, we push back. Pull those elbows in, feel that gentle flexion. And then pull forward, open the elbows, release back. And again, push. Pull in, we gently flex. And then we pull forward, open. Now keep the elbows wide, push back to where the foam roller is just below the shoulder blades again. Lower the pelvis, and then keeping the elbows wide, go ahead and release all the way back. One last time. Opening the ribs, seeing if you can extend a little bit more. And then from here, we're gonna nod that chin. You can gently grab behind the thighs to roll yourself up. We're gonna bring the foam roller down. So it's now just underneath the pelvis. We're gonna come into an inverted position. So we're rolling back. So I have, again, the foam roller. It is on the very top part of my pelvis, okay? And thinking of almost, it's like right on like the sacrum and the top of the glute. And then you want to be in a position to where you can feel your obliques drawing up, where you have this sense of length through the lower back, those spinal extensors, and through the front of the hip here. You don't want to be pulled forward to where you see I'm really shortening through that lower back and then dumping into the lower back. So you want to be here, noticing the sense of length through the back and through the front of the hips, and then try to bring your legs together. So we have the inner thighs, the knees, the ankles, everything adducted. Now maintaining the sense of length through the spine. As you exhale, we're just going to externally rotate from the hips. So now we're just opening through the front of the hip, getting this nice stretch through the adductors, the front of the hip joint, keeping that gentle wrap and that support through the spine. And then returning back in. And again, opening out. Watch when you open, there's going to be that tendency to want to dump forward, especially if you're really tight through the front. So move again to your range of motion. Check in with your body, feel what's happening. Again, I like to use my exhale as I open. Helps me gently connect deeper through the core to help maintain that sense of stability and support. One more time. Exhale out. And then returning in. And then again, maintaining that gentle imprint and pulling my right leg up to tabletop. And then my left leg comes up to match. Now from here, I'm going into a slow, like bicycle motion. I'm going to start tapping my right toe down. So I'm opening through the hip. Then I'm going to start to extend from my knee. And if you notice, I'm dragging my toe on the floor for as long as I can maintain. It will eventually start to lift as I draw up through the quad and maintain that support through the lower back. I reach straight up and then bend that knee to tabletop. My left toe, I tap down. So I move from the hip. Then I start to extend from the knee, dragging it for as long as I can before it needs to lift. And then I pull straight up, bend, come down, right toe. I tap. Lengthen out, draw up, and in left side. Extend. As my leg goes forward, my obliques pull upwards, creating this nice sense of space. Lift and down. Then again, check in with the rest of the body, keeping collarbones nice and wide, feeling that rib cage gently hug in. Lift and down, left side, tap, reaching out, coming up, and bend. Now inner thigh staying gently connected, now just from that hip joint. I'm externally rotating, and then returning back in. Again, turning out and turning in. One more time, turning out and turning in. Now we're going to go through a greater range of motion. As I turn out, I'm going to start to extend, tapping my toes. And then as I pull up, I'm going to turn in, but I'm going to come past parallel and actually internally rotate. So it's like my knees come together, my toes come out. I come through center, turn out as I tap, pull up, turn in as I lift, turn out, tap, pull up, turn in, 2 more, lower, tap, nice, pull up, turn in, last time, turn out, tap, and lift and pull in. Come back to that parallel. You can gently cross and pull the knees in, getting that nice stretch through the lumbar. And then we're going to bring our feet down. We're going to lift the hips, slide the foam roller out. And that is it for the foam roller, so you can actually push it away. We're going to come up and then come into your mermaid position here. So I have my left foot in front, my right foot behind. And then I'm going to lean, so I'm out on my left arm. And when I come out, I'm allowing that opposite hip to lift. So don't think you got to keep the hips planted and then come down, then you're just going to end up sinking into the shoulder. I want you to have this sense of length. So like I'm leaning out almost. And then I have my right arm behind the back, my left elbow is extended, and it's in line with my hip. Now as I bend my elbow, bringing my forearm down, I'm letting my rib cage rotate. Now the energy again is out. I'm not flexing and sinking down. I'm feeling this full spiral. Kind of this is where the rinse came from for the title of this. And then I push and open back up center. So think of like a wash rag. It's a gentle wring out. And then push, open back. That's it. Bend, spiral. Push, open. Good. Then spiral. And push, open. 4 more. 4. And press. Bend, 3. And push. 2 more. Rotate down. Press and open, last one. Rotate down. Push and open. Now I'm taking my back leg, I'm sliding it straight out. And I'm coming all the way down into that left forearm, but I'm parallel now and I'm thinking of pushing up and really connecting through the side body. And then I have my top arm reaching long overhead, okay? So I want you to watch here. There's a tendency when you push away and connect that you end up pushing out. So if you notice how now my elbow is outside of my shoulder and I'm almost coming into this like side bend position. I want you to think of as you're pushing down, almost feel the forearm pulling in and then feel how underneath your armpit you have that sense of support, and then directly you can almost like touch and feel the connection through the side body, okay? So you want to almost keep that elbow right underneath the shoulder, and then arm is reaching over. Now from here, maintain that as you rotate forward. Reaching that right hand out, and if you notice I'm coming all the way to the floor and stretching through that back. And then I'm going to come back to the side. I keep pulling up as I open and rotate back. And then I come back to the side. Now I'm going to connect to that whole side body, and now I lift the hip, connect through the oblique, come into a side bend, and then return all the way back down. I rotate forward. Again, feel that rinse, that stretch through the back. Come through to the side. Open, rotate back. Coming center, lift the hip, pull up through the oblique, stretch through that whole side body, and then return right back down. Coming forward, reach. Open side, come back. Center, lift, pull up. And down, one more time. Reach forward, open, back, coming center, push a lift, and coming all the way down. Coming up, crossing that right foot over the left, and then sitting up, giving a nice spiral twist, going as far as you can. Keep still the pelvis flat, keep the chest open, keeping length again through equal sides. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. We're in that lengthened mermaid position. My hip is lifted on the left, supported on the right, and I have my left hand, you got it behind the back here. I then bring my forearm down, rotate, push, center, bend, spiral, push and center. That's it. Bend, rotate, keep that lift through the chest, and push up. And just like when we were standing and rotating back, there is going to be a little movement through the pelvis. That's okay. But think of just where you're initiating from and getting the most rotation through the ribs. And press. That's it. 3. And push. 2 more. 2. And push, open, last 1. 1. And push, open, coming down now to that forearm. Lengthening the leg out. Top arm reaching up, kind of pressing down but pulling in through that forearm, feeling that side body connection. Then we rotate forward, reaching out. On that long diagonal. Open to the side. Rotate back. Come center into that side bend. Lift up. Reach. And lower down. Again. Rotate forward. And side. Open back. Center. Lift. Up. Open through the side. And lengthen down. 2 more. Good, forward. And back. Coming through center, rotate back. And center. Lift, draw up through that right oblique, lengthen through the left. Coming all the way down 1 more time. Rotate forward. Woo. And back. Open back. Center. Push up. Lift. And lower all the way down. Take that top leg. Cross it over. Just come up. Grab onto that knee. Rotate. Opening through the chest. And feeling that nice from the base of the spine all the way up. This nice rotation. And then we're going to make our way here onto all 4s. So we're going to come up. We're going to have the elbows slightly in front, or I'm sorry, the hands slightly in front of the shoulders, elbows are extended, and then we have the knees just underneath the hips. From here, just going into that easy flexion and extension, so little rocks. We're coming back, and then stay connected underneath the armpit, come forward, hips extend. Again, fold back. Come forward, push away, extend. 2 more. Back. Come forward, push away, open through the hips, but again, not sinking into my shoulders. I'm strong, pushing away. So it's like the front of my body is opening. And again, back. Come forward, extend. Now I'm coming back. The way forward will be different. I come back. Now I'm going to take my left knee. I'm crawling forward. My right arm is swooping forward. And then reaching over to the left. And then I'm pushing and coming back into that fold. I'm going to stick with the same side. So left knee forward, reach. Get that side body stretch. Going back to thinking being on the foam roller, moving side to side. Up, reach. And back. Forward, reach. And back now. Right knee comes forward. Left arm swoops right. Push. Whoop, back. Come forward, stretch. And push back. 2 more. Forward, stretch. And push back. Last time. Forward, stretch. And push back. Now coming back through to center. Knees again back underneath hips. Elbows extended underneath shoulders. Toes curled under. I'm picking up both knees as I push and start to flex the spine. Drawing up. I lower. Lengthen out, relax the toes. I send back, drop both forearms down. And push. Curl the toes, push away, scoop, flex. Lengthen. Come down, forearms. And push. Press, flex. Lengthen out. Relax the toes, come down. And push. 3 more. Moving fluidly through both positions. Lengthen. And fold lower. Good, really press through the balls of the feet. Drive the heels back. Push, scoop. Use the abdominals. Push from the back. Lengthen out. Good. Down. And press. Last time. Draw up, scoop. And lower. Relax down. And push up. We're going to take that right foot now. We're going to bring it forward. Hand on each side. Curl the left toe. We're going to press up now, so we're in a nice long runner's lunge. Root down through that right foot and ankle. Drive back through that left heel. Press that left hand down. And I want you just to feel this nice spiral. Opening up to that right side. Drive back through the heel. You might feel a little rotation again through the pelvis. Feel opposition through the arms. Left arm pressing down. Right arm reaching up. And then we're going to come back down, lower that left knee. Come up. Now I want you to make sure that you're sliding that right foot back. So to start, the right knee is over the right ankle. You're really drawing up through the front of the hip. So feel the glute gently drawing down, obliques pulling up. So even here, you're feeling a nice stretch through the front of that left hip. Now we're just going to do a little shift forward. We shift forward. Think of pressing down through the heel so you get this nice ankle stretch through that right foot, but still opening up through the front of the left hip. Not again dumping into the back, staying supported. And then think of drawing up as you come back. Again, shifting forward. Draw up and come back one more time. Shift forward. Draw up, reaching the arms. Now as you shift forward, that left arm swoops down. We rotate back as you push, lift, and come center. Swoop down, open, pull up, come center. Swoop down, rotate, press up, come center. One more time, down, rotate, press up, and come center. Hands just come down. We're going to take that right knee, bring it back. Left foot comes forward. We curl the toe under on the right. We drive it back. We find that runner's lunge. We press down through the right hand. We start to spiral up, opening to the left. Again, pressing down through that left foot, driving back through that right heel, feeling that opposition through the arms, feeling that spiral through the body. Coming back down, we lift, slide that left heel back, make sure that the knee is over the ankle here. So then when you shift forward, that knee is reaching over the toes. That's what gives you that stretch through the calf, the back of the ankle. You still have the glutes drawing down, the obliques pulling up. And then draw up, shift back. And again, shifting forward. Scoop up, shift. Good, coming back again. Really pull up, open through the front of the hip. Arms reach forward. We have that rotation. As we shift forward, that right arm comes down, rotates back, and then we lift, come center. Down, rotate back, lift, come center. Down, feel the arms scissoring, reach, pull up, center last time. Down, rotate, up, come center. Both hands come down. We're going to take that left leg now. We're going to reach it all the way back. Toes curled under. Strong arms here. Take that right foot back. Coming up just into a nice high, long supported plank. Abdominals drawing up. Feel the whole body connected. Feel the sense of length through the body. Crown of the head reaching forward, heels reaching back. And then we're going to start to lift the hips, walking the hands back towards the feet. The knees need to bend, they can. We come all the way back. And then just end in a forward hang. Letting the head drop, letting the shoulders fall. Kind of coming back to that beginning where you feel the feet rooted down, energy through the center of the foot, the center of the ankle. And then go ahead, bring your arms so you're giving yourself a big hug here. As we push through the feet and roll up, we're just going to start to spiral the rib cage. We're spiraling right and then coming around. You can let the knees flex. You can come all the way down or make it a little smaller. And again, pushing, rotating right. around. One more time this way. Spiraling. Just rinsing the spine. Coming and reversing. Left up. Around and down. Lift. Around, down. Again, these can be as big or as small as you would like. Last time. Around. Dropping. Center. Arms fall. And then slowly just rolling that spine all the way up. One final time. Back to that neutral and vertical. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for that workout. I hope that you enjoyed that as much as I did. Hope you feel opened, hope you feel rinsed. And I hope this was a great way to, a great thing, should I say, really to add into your day. So thank you for being here with me, and I hope